Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working in my Traveler's Notebook album. Now, I've shared this album before. It is beautiful and really fun to work with. I will add the links for Colorcast Design, that's where I got the covers from, down below in the description box for you. But I'm going to be documenting 3 photos of 3 different outings that I had with some family members, and I really wanted to document them. I'm using a lot of my older Kelly Perky Traveler's Notebook kits. These papers are hefty duty and they work really well in this Traveler's Notebook album. Now, I went ahead and trimmed down that paper and just added it in the center. I've said this before. I love to add a base when I have a lot of photos or a lot of clusters going on my spread. I will be using my Feed Your Craft Here and There stamp set. This stamp set released last month and it is beautiful. And in that stamp set, there was this frame that you can either journal or add some phrases in or even pictures. So I thought I would stamp out a few on some red and white pattern paper so it can kind of go with my spread. And I'm going to add those pictures in these frames. Now, I thought about this right on the moment. Like, I just thought maybe I should just go ahead and use these frames and add my pictures. I wish I thought about it before I started this video. Then I would have definitely measured my photos to fit in the frames properly. They really don't fit that well just because I didn't measure my photos, but they still look good and I'm just gonna go with it. So I went ahead and added the photos, and I will be grabbing the stamp set again and stamping a few phrases. Now, by the way, when I trim these out, I'm going to trim off the bottom part. As I said before, because I didn't measure my photos, I didn't really want too much going on, and plus there's 3 photos and they all have to fit on my spread. So I'm just gonna go ahead and trim off that bottom part of the frame. There's a lot of white going on my spread, so I really want to darken it up a little bit. So I'm going to use some black pattern paper to back up my frames and photos. This really helps darken the spread a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And by the way, I'm using scrap paper, and this is why I always recommend that you keep your scrap paper. I've used this paper a while back on one of my layouts and it's still good. I was able to back up 3 photos using that scrap paper. So it's really good to keep your scrap paper and use them for your layers and to back up your photos. But anyways, I'm going to grab the stamp set, the Here and There stamp set. I'm going to stamp a few phrases from that set. I end up adding adventure bound, time to unplug, where I want to be, things like that, and I'm adding them in those little empty spaces that I stamped out with those frames. I'm going to finish up these frames by adding these little arrows in the square boxes. I love these arrows. They're adorable. But I want to start working on my title. I'm going to keep it really simple. I thought I would just stamp a title in my little heart. So I'm going to use my Feed Your Craft, the Out and About stamp set. Love this stamp set. You can tell obviously how dirty my stamp set is, but that just shows how much I love it. Anyways, I'm going to stamp out everyday places, and right under it I'll stamp Go See, Do Repeat. I don't have a lot of space to add a lot of layers to my photos, but I definitely want to add a doily. I just always feel like adding a doily softens the spread, especially my spread is ending up to be black, white, and red. So, and for me, red is kind of a harsh color, so adding those little doilies really make a difference. I'm going to end up using also my Feed Your Craft Monthly Matters stamp set. Now this stamp set has all the months on there. It also has the seasons and the years. And I thought I could stamp out April and just add a dash and then 2018. I really wanted to add that it was April, I guess because we were around spring break and things like that. So I just wanted to add the date. And I'm happy I did that, and I should do that more often. This stamp set is so pretty, and it just added the perfect little touch to my spread. But I also want to use my Pattern Play stamp set to add some stars. I think I end up using the plus sign also. Love this stamp set. It's perfect to add a nice little background to your spread. I'll even end up using the same stamp set to add some lines to my heart, and because I didn't want it to be too harsh or too dark, I end up using the gray ink just to make it look like it's fading, I guess. To get that lighter gray that I was looking for, I decided to actually stamp it once and then use the second stamp on my spread. I really wanted it to kind of look really light, and you can barely see it on camera, but honestly you can see it in real life, but it's really faded, and I love that. But now the fun part begins. I'm going to start embellishing my spread. I'm going to use a lot of Feed Your Craft puffy stickers. I actually found this really old puffy sticker set that I got from, I think, Felicity Jane a long time ago, and it says Happy Days. It's in black and white, and I thought it worked really nicely on my spread, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. You guys know I love my word stickers, so I'm just going to add a few on my photos just to add an extra layer. And when I was going through my stickers, I found this sheet. I think it was from Studio Calico, and they had these little red circles with plus signs on there. And I thought they matched really well with my spread, but I didn't have enough for all 3 pictures. And then I remembered that I had an extra sheet. I remembered that these came in a set of 2. So I start looking for it, I find it, and I add my 3 circle stickers to all 3 pictures. I felt like the left side of my spread was way too busy compared to the right side. So to fix this, I decide to add some black splatter. I'm just going to add it to the corners of my page, and then I will use my heat gun to dry this because I have no patience. I will also be grabbing my black crystal drops. I'm going to add a few drops right under my heart and to the left side of my spread, and then I call my layout done. Don't forget, I will add all the links for Feed Your Craft down in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.